football arrived in Spain in the late 19th century, carried by British miners and engineers working in the industrial north. The first Spanish clubs, Athletic Club in Bilbao and FC Barcelona among them, were founded around the turn of the 20th century, taking root in regions with their own languages, identities, and deep suspicions of Madrid. From the very beginning, the sport was never just a game. It was a mirror held up to a divided nation. La Liga, Spain's top professional football division, was officially founded in 1929, with FC Barcelona winning that inaugural season. The league gave structure to rivalries that already ran deep, and none ran deeper than El Clásico, the fixture between Real Madrid and Barcelona, which quickly became shorthand for the tension between Castilian centralism and Catalan identity. Stadiums filled not only with fans but with politics. The Spanish Civil War, which tore the country apart between 1936 and 1939, left football scarred. Clubs lost players to combat, exile, and execution. When General Francisco Franco's regime took power, football was repurposed as a tool of national propaganda. Real Madrid, whatever the complex historical truth, became associated in many minds with the regime's prestige, while Barcelona carried the weight of Catalan resistance. The game absorbed the wounds of the war. Real Madrid's dominance in the late 1950s gave the regime its greatest propaganda dividend. The club won the first 5 European Cup competitions from 1956 through 1960, with players like Alfredo Di Stefano and Ferenc Puskás drawing global audiences. Yet those very players were foreign-born, a quiet irony. Spain's greatest footballing advertisement was built on exiles and immigrants, not purely on Spanish soil. After Franco's death in 1975 and Spain's transition to democracy, La Liga gradually opened up to foreign investment, to televised money, and eventually to the world's best players. Through the 1980s and 1990s, Barcelona under Johan Cruyff pioneered a philosophy of possession-based, positional football that would quietly plant the seeds of something transformative. The style had a name. Tiki-Taka would come later, but the idea was already growing. The Spanish national team, La Roja, had long been an underachiever on the world stage, carrying a reputation for internal division and early tournament exits. That reputation shattered between 2008 and 2012, when Spain won 3 consecutive major international tournaments: Euro 2008, the 2010 FIFA World Cup, and Euro 2012. No national team had ever achieved that sequence before. A generation of players, Xavi, Andrés Iniesta, David Villa, Iker Casillas, had grown up in the same footballing philosophy and were now its fullest expression. The 2010 World Cup final in Johannesburg, decided by a single Iniesta goal in extra time against the Netherlands, was watched by hundreds of millions around the world. Back in Madrid and Barcelona, streets filled with celebrations that for one night seemed to suspend the tensions between those two cities. Football had not solved Spain's divisions, but it had given the country a shared moment, and those are rarer than trophies. Today, La Liga remains one of the most watched football leagues on earth, and the clubs it produced, along with the national academy systems built around them, continue to shape how the game is played globally. The story of Spanish football is ultimately a story about identity, how a nation that struggled to agree on what it was found in 90 minutes on a pitch, something that felt, however briefly, like common ground.